Today's a late live. Wednesdays might be late. My son has later practices now. So. Later and longer. So because of that, I might be coming on a little later. But that's okay. I catch the late crowd. Luna Bona! What are you doing, baby? You gonna hang out with me today? Okay. No, I'm just talking to Luna. Okay, great. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, live chat. Settings. All chats. Okay. Just want to make sure I can see my chats right over there in front of me. Okay. So I'm making a modified Floozy. So the original Floozy that Tori made had, well, this is my back, or this could be my front, this could be my back, it doesn't matter. This pocket here had a zipper. This was also another zipper that connected to the bag. So it had zipper on top of zipper on top of zipper. I'm not doing that. I really like this very simplified version of it. Like that. So I might do like a slip pocket on one side and then on the other side a zipper pocket to put things on from the exterior. The top of it I did the same as she did. The only difference I did is I did these over the side strap connectors. And on the inside I put a slip pocket and a Tory zipper pocket. Not sure if you guys could see that. Can you guys see that? Sorry. I'm trying to see if you guys can see. Okay. So inside is a Tory pocket, slip pocket. So this is the slip pockets right here, and this is the Tory pocket. The top is made the same. And then right here on the sides, I made connectors. Instead of D-ring connectors, I just did overlapping ones. Oh, hi, Melissa. And I'm just going to use webbing for that. So I'm going to move the camera up just a little bit so you guys can see more of what I'm doing, like right here. Because I feel like I have to be like really reaching. Okay. Everybody's just starting to get ready for bed. You stay back on. All right, so I'm literally going to do from cutting to sewing, hopefully. Depends on how I feel. I have been up a little bit today, and I may or may not get through all of it, but at least you'll see the process. Okay, so Floozy, you'll need your pattern. I got my pattern pieces here. Tori doesn't mind me showing her pattern pieces, so yeah. So this is my interfacing. This is just a medium weight interfacing that a lot of people use when they're doing embroidery. So I usually just do 1 or 2 layers depending on the fabric that I'm using. I'll show you how I do that. Hardware wise, I have got 2 of the swivel hooks, 1.5 inch, a D-ring. I'm sorry, not a D-ring. Tri-slide. I got glow in the dark connectors, and I'm going to use possibly 2 of the red and 2 of the black knife zipper pull. Not quite sure exactly where. I'm just going to kind of go by ear on that. I still need to find something to make with my horror box stuff. I haven't touched it yet. Well, the horror box stuff has plenty of stuff for you to make just about anything, really. So, really, I think that with what I have in the horror box, I could probably make about 3 floozies. Or 2 floozies and a vixen. We'll see. It's got a lot of stuff. The horror box was really packed with stuff. And it was a really great deal when we had it going on. Fortunately, we're not doing any more boxes. With all the tariffs and all that lovely stuff. Okay, so for the outside, I want my accent pocket to be this. This I want for my lining. I'm going to have some of this black for like the gusset side pieces. And then my blood splatter fabric, or should I say my blood splatter vinyl, is going to be my main attraction. Yeah, I almost feel like I want to have this be the entire bag. But we'll go through it. We'll see. We shall see. Let me think here. Oops. Okay, I've got my heat press on so that way I can do that. Alright, so this is all you need. We need our pattern pieces, and then you're going to need a ruler for measurements on like the D-ring connector, and that's about it, I think. I think everything else is pattern pieces. Yeah, everything else is pattern pieces. Alright, so I have the front pocket piece, exterior. So you need one of exterior and one folded at the dotted line for the lining. Cut on the fold. This is the 2 body piece exteriors, and this is cut 2 on the fold of fabric and, exterior and lining. This is the side gusset piece. We need 2 of these for exterior and 2 of these for lining. And then the base. 1 exterior, 1 lining. That's it. That's all it is. Yay. Alright, so let me get my... Yeah, I think I really want the... Ooh, I have an amazing idea. I want to pattern match my pocket piece with the outside. So what I mean by that is like this piece here, I want to pattern match it with this piece, so that way you can't tell there's a pocket. Oh yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then on the inside of that pocket is gonna be the faces. Oh, I love that. Okay, yay. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, I'm getting excited now. I'm getting excited, y'all. Okay. Alright, so I don't want to knock that down, so I put that right there. Perfect. So, I went to go see my grandfather down in Lehigh Acres, Florida. And I surprised him. My children and I surprised him. My husband had to stay back and work. So we went down and surprised him for the day after his birthday. His birthday was on Thursday, but we were driving down on Thursday and to stop off in Orlando, rest, and then so we got there about afternoon on Friday, but we surprised him. I took him out to dinner, my sister and I, and we had so much fun. He enjoyed it so much. He couldn't stop talking to all of his family and friends who called him asking him how his birthday was. He couldn't stop like talking about how I came down and surprised him, and he was so happy that we did that, and it was awesome. Okay. So that piece can go there. I'm so sorry, baby girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby girl. I keep forgetting she sits like literally right behind me, and sometimes I bump her. I'm afraid to ask her if she needs to go out to potty. Luna, you gotta go potty, baby? You need to go outside? No? Maybe. Okay. What you need, baby girl? There we go. That's not wanting to cut. The rotary cutter, so I'm just going to cut it like this. Luna, what are you doing, baby? Leave that alone. No girlies. No, ma'am. I say no, ma'am, and then you just keep smelling stuff. Come on now. Okay. So there's one piece. And then what I do is I literally just use this piece as my pattern piece. Okay. I'll keep that extra for something else. I might do a strap accent with that. Oh, that would be fun. It's easier to go through one layer when you're doing a curve than it is 2 layers. And I'm not going to interface this vinyl. I'm just going to interface the bottom. The bottom and the sides. This is a good, nice, soft vinyl. I mean, you could interface it. It won't hurt it, but we'll see. Put that to the side right now. Okay, so we got that. So for the lining, the inside lining, let's do this beautiful green on the inside. This is literally how I do it. I want the trees to go vertical, like this. So, like that, like that. Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay. I just cut off what I need. And this is why. Because I now can block interface my pieces. That's how I get things done way quicker. Okay. So whenever you interface anything, always do a pre-press to get all any wrinkles out or anything else like that, because whatever is on there when you put the interfacing on, it will be on there when you finish. Ask me how I know. That's right, I've done it. It doesn't have to be like crazy, you know, straight or whatever. I actually like to do it this way. Alright. And then I take this. To cut it just a little bit shorter than the actual distance, just to make sure it doesn't hang over. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Same size. Should be plenty enough for the lining pieces. Okay, so we're going to interface that, and when we're interfacing that, my mind can start brainstorming about what I want to do. I just love it when a plan comes together. Okay. She's to the right of me, so I'm pretty good. I'm sorry that I'm on later than I normally am. My son's swim practice times have changed. So instead of him going in at like 4:45, he doesn't go in until 6:15. And it's 6:15 to 7:30. So I either do my live before I take him to practice, or I do it afterwards. And I could do it afterwards. I mean, before. But I find that that's also the same time that a lot of other people go on live. Like, I know Kasaya sometimes will go on during that time, or Barb. Sometimes even Tori. So I was like, girl, you on early. She's like, yeah, I gotta get stuff done. I was like, I know. I get it. I'm trying not to disturb Luna because she was peacefully enjoying her sleep. Okay. I'm sorry you guys can't see what I'm doing completely. You can kind of see what I'm doing, but not all the way. I'm sorry. All right, so we've got that. So let's do our bottom pieces. With our bottom and side pieces, I know that I will be using interfacing. So yeah, I'm just going to use this little piece right here because that's the sides, that's the base. So the base and two sides will all fit right in there. So now I can put that to the side and just interface that. I always try to do block interfacing. It makes it easier not having to line up the interfacing to the pieces after I've already cut them out. It just makes it easier, not interfacing sticking out this way or that way. That kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. Teflon sheet down. Black piece down. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So now I can go like this. And go like this. And I'm just going to trace out these pieces because why not? Yeah, that's better. Okay, and I think I'll turn that off for right now because I think that's all I'm going to be interfacing other than the base piece. With the base piece, I really want to make sure I interface just a little bit more. Just where the base piece is going to go. Okay. Normally I would say to turn this right side out. Sorry, wrong side out and not trace on the right side of the fabric, but it's okay. Ain't nobody gonna see it. think I knew I had them somewhere. I do like to pin my pieces together before I cut. Okay. So now remember, out of this, I'm still doing I'm doing my interior slip pocket. I'm doing my base and my two sides also out of this. So that's why I interfaced that much. In case you were wondering. This is all for interfacing. To the side. Okay. Okay. That is done. Okay. So my two exterior pieces and my two lining pieces are done. Okay. Now I can go ahead and do my base and two side pieces. You're probably wondering, what are you doing? It's a great question. I am layering it up so I can cut it all at once. Hey, Patty. Oh, Patty, it's okay, honey. Yes, I was late because junior swim practice has changed. So I can either go on earlier, which I'm not too crazy about just because there's usually a couple of people usually on, you know, or come on after his practice. So he didn't get home from practice closer to 8. And then I needed time to at least let you guys know it was going on live. So I did. Yep. I didn't just go up this way. Yep. Didn't miss much. Just working through the process of how I cut out a bag with my interfacing, my block interfacing, and then cutting it out and sewing it up. This is the Floozy by Tori. It seems legit. And why not horror theme, right? Why not? Okay, and then right here, I'm going to do my D-rings. Now, this is only going to be from the exterior, not the interior, so I'm doing this one continuous piece, and then I'll cut it in half later. I don't know why I put that away. those are my base. Okay, so that's my base, lining, and exterior. So my grandpa was so surprised and happy to see us. Let me tell you, it was a very long trip for 4 days. Not even 4 days. I was with him for 2 days. But all around, it took 2.5 days to get there. And 2.5 days. Well, I'm sorry, a day and a half, excuse me. It took me a day and a half to get down to Florida. And then it took me another day and a half to come back. So, all together, I think oh goodness. So the GPS says it's 12.5 hours direct. But with 2 children and a dog, that was more like 14 hours each way. Okay, so those are my side pieces. Okay, that's done, and now I can take this off, and then just cut my 2 pieces. So I've already done those pieces. I've already done this one. We just got my pocket pieces to do. And pockets are really what you want to do, really. You don't have to do the pockets that Tori tells you to do. You know, she doesn't do it. She doesn't listen to her own instructions. So why should you? We were talking about that Tori is not ordinary. She's extraordinary. Like, she's extravagant. If you're looking for ordinary or whatever, you're on the wrong channel. It was funny. Okay, so these are the D-ring connectors. Just as a reference for the bag, just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like, just in case you just came on. This is a very simplified version compared to what Tori has. So very, very, very simplified. All right, so now that I've done that, I really want to match my pocket piece to one of my exterior pieces. Because I really want it to like match. Like this. And for this one is right there. Yes. So it's like, oh, okay. So it's got to be up here. Got it. Even that's not the same. Okay. Did I finally find it? I think I did. That's close enough. Really. Ain't no one gonna tell the difference because it's just striped blood. Okay. And the sides or whatever, so it doesn't need to match. Okay. You see how quickly I changed my mind? This way. I changed my mind real fast. I was like, that's becoming too hard? No problem. Actually, I'm going to do it this way so I could see my lines to make sure I'm matched up with my lines. I think I'm going to do one with the faces of Kings of Horror as a completely separate bag, because there's just too much going on. Yeah, Junior's like on a whole different level of training now. He's there from 6:15 to 7:30. So, yes, he is another level at this point, which is awesome because he really needed the extra oomph, I could say. Okay. Okay. So that's the pocket piece. The inside pocket piece to this one. This piece. Okay. Now this one here, see how I did that with like a fold over lip for the magnet to go in? I want to do the same thing, but I want the vinyl to go down a little bit further than that. So I'm going to cut this down by like about 1.25. Okay, so that means this part here is no longer going to be used. So that way when I actually do it, it folds down and creates that whole thing. I'll probably end up using this somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so I am not going to do any of this right here because when I attach things together, sometimes things get a little bit interesting. Where did that piece go? I just had it. Oh, here it is. Let's put those two pieces together with the clippy clip. Okay. And I do want to have Okay, so I already cut this. Did I cut the slip pocket yet? No. Okay. So I do want to have a slip pocket. And that's going to be the exact same as this. See, I told you. You'd probably use it. And again, doesn't have to be absolutely perfect around the curve, because when you sew things together, sometimes that curve can get a little bit wonky. Okay. So all I need is my Tory pocket. And then we are ready to sew this bad boy together. I'm trying to decide whether I want a little piece of black, or I think that's too much with the stripes. So I think a skinny piece of black would work really well, just like as a little accent piece up here. Okay, and that will go up there. It's all these little details. Little details. Maybe this one's probably better to go over that. I think so. Yeah, this one's gonna be better. This one instead. Okay. And this one, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Probably reinforced by D-rings with that. Okay. Maybe a later project. Later. Alright, so I think all I need now is a Tory pocket. I'm trying to just, I really don't like using the waterproof canvas with the other stuff because it's too thick. I'm trying to find some of the thinner waterproof canvas. Phew. Excuse me. I may just have to use some of the green that's not. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll use this green here that I haven't okay, so this is not crazy wide since it's two of these, right? So I mean, it cut right there should be fine. And then I can cut it down if I need to. scoring that up. I think a good 6-inch would be good. Because like I said, if this is the full length of it, a 6-inch pocket would be plenty big enough. Anything bigger than that might be overkill. Okay, so that's the slip. That's the Tory pocket. Not doing an overlay. It would look cool. What do I do with that? I don't know. Okay, let's get sewing. Okay, we put these things to the side. Excuse me, baby girl. I'm trying not to squish her. Okay. Alright, so let's do our little pocket pieces because they need trimming and all that lovely stuff. This one, this one, this one, this one. I don't need any of my pattern pieces. Get rid of those, put those away. Okay. Let me start with my connectors first, so if anything goes wonky, it'll be on the connectors that I can recut pretty quickly. Hello guys, if you're just starting to tune in, say hi. Would love to know where you're from. I like to chat. I like to see what y'all are doing, where you're from, what you're doing. Are you new? Have you been here for a while? Okay, so I'm just folding it to that line. This is a very nice, soft vinyl. It's beautiful. Let me see how straight I can sew with Luna in Luna, like right up in my sewing space. She's like literally right there, laying down, so I have to like sew at an angle. But she's cute. Okay, so there's the D-rings, connectors, and I'm going to split this in half. And then, boom, Bob's your uncle. Let me do These are better. Hi, Landa. How are you, sweetie? It's been a while since I've seen you on. I hope everything's going good for you. Okay, put those together so I don't lose them. Okay. All right, next. Zipper pockets together. Oh, that's awesome. I checked the Jolie posted. Got some cool stuff. Oh, great. That's awesome. Yeah. You're going to love it, Landa. She's got cool stuff. Lots of cool tools, just like Rex. She really, really, really works hard at trying to get tools that are very useful and fun and pretty. Fun and pretty. I have a, what's it called? Oh, see, that did not go as far down as I wanted it to. Well, that's okay. I have a new tech. It's called New Tech. But it's pretty much a knockoff version of an 8700. Sorry. 1181N is a walking foot machine. This is not a walking foot machine. This is a straight foot machine. So, hold on a second. I want to do it this way. My husband bought this machine for me like 8 years ago. And I have made anything and everything with this machine. I say anything and everything because it's so true. I'm trying to make sure this is a good size pocket. Yeah, that's a good size pocket. Okay. It doesn't have to have a magnetic snap. Yeah, I think I'm going to do mine without a magnetic snap. This is very interesting. Yes, I find it was at the time. The New Tech brand came from a gentleman out in California, if I'm not mistaken, and has since then maybe not been the nicest person sometimes with some things, is not really great with helping people with any kind of issues they may be having with their machines and stuff. So, I know that Kasaya has recommended King Max at where she is. That's another manufacturer that does machines that are very similar to Juki that are not Juki brand prices. And then Sam over at, Lauren talks about him all the time. I forget the name of it. I feel so bad. I don't know. Maybe somebody else can help me. I can't remember the name of it for this. I was just Sunny Sewing Machines. There we go. It just hit me. Boom. Sunny Sewing Machines is another reputable one that has like their brand version is Thor. So it's a lot like you get the same parts as all the machine, you just don't get the name of the machine. You know? Not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. Just a little bit longer. That's okay. I love my machine. My husband did an amazing job surprising me with it, because he did surprise me with it. He bought it for me for Christmas. And I was out of town for Christmas, and then he had his uncle put it together for me. Yeah, I think at the time my husband spent like $800 on the machine, and that included it being shipped with the table. But again, that was like 8 years ago. So now, according to inflation prices, maybe closer to $1,200. Not really sure. I haven't been in the market for a machine in a while. I did the painting myself. Thank you. Yep, I love. Tori made me do it. I tell her that all the time. I say, I'm going to tell everybody you made me do it. And she's like, okay. My daughter helped me when I was painting it. She helped me. She helped me haul this bad boy in and out of this table. This is so heavy. It is so heavy. Just be prepared to have some muscle with you if you decide to do it. And then it took me 2 days with drying in between. It was because it was a little cooler at the time where I was, like January. And it didn't quite, finish as quickly as it needed to. Oh, that is so pretty. Look at that. That's like a nice little slip pocket right there. Okay. This one. I can barely see this. I should have worn my readers down here, or brought them down with me at least. Oh. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, but I need to put something here because that doesn't look nice. Like, yeah, but it doesn't look nice. I need something kind of thin. Oops. do some of this silver one. Oh, perfect. I always have stuff in my stash. Always, always, always. See? Design on the fly. There we go. I still can't believe I'm stitching halfway straight with this dog all up in my way. Baby girl, I love you. But you're making it so hard for me. She is like knocked out too. Like, there is no doubt about it. That girl is knocked out. Knocked out, knocked out. I don't need a second line of stitching. This is going to go into the side seam of the lining, so it's okay, but it's not like perfect. Because it's going to go into the side seam. Okay, pocket done. I'm going to fold this in half and do a nice crease because that's what I'm going to put on my lining piece and split it. So I'm going to find my centers. Find my centers. Just like that. Ooh, I wonder if this one over here looks a little bit more like, ooh, no. I was so excited thinking it was going to be, no, they're pretty much the same. It's like, how cool would that have been? That is a pretty big pocket. I think I'm going to shift this down. Yeah. That's a pretty big pocket. I think that's more reasonable. And I'm going to sew it from the other side. Because why not? Yeah. Make sure that's the same distance. That's not the same distance. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's the same distance. Now I'm just going to base this in place. brushing off because I can't see. Why can't I see? Because Luna's in my way. I love you, girl. Okay. Okay. All right. So now I have my center mark, which is pretty much this right here. No, it's not. Oh, there we go. That worked out really well. Okay, lining piece. Done. You have? Oh, Patty, that's great. This was my first one. Yeah, this was the first one I ever did. And I really simplified the mess out of it. So, yeah, let me grab that before Luna does. Whew, it didn't spill, but I really don't want her eating cheeses. Okay. And it was a pretty quick kind of design that, excuse me, my nose is itchy. That, Tori designed. So I knew it was a really quick one just by looking at it. And I know that without all the bells and whistles, that it really, yeah, I like that. Okay. That without all the bells and whistles, it really is a fast sew. If you ever find that one of your zipper overlays is too long, you can do what I just did. Because I have all her sizes, but for some reason I have misplaced the one size that I use the most for the toy pocket. The craziest thing. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. So I'm gonna bring this down. I think that's an inch. I'll bring it down by an inch. Okay. And Patty, I've literally cut this whole thing out and started sewing it tonight. I didn't have anything pre-cut. I literally went through the entire process. So, hold on. I should don't do this, but the templates that she gave me are more for number 3 size zippers, and this is a number 5. So, I want to make it a little bit wider. Just because, yeah, that's 3/8. And it really should be more like a 1/2 inch. And it doesn't have to be that way, but I just know that I like, if you're going to use a zipper tape like this, right, it has the blood splatter on it, I really want to see the blood splatter, so I don't want it covering up all of it. So each, you know, like she says, to each their own. She says she's not the boss of me, but I beg to differ. She be bossing me a lot. I'm just saying. Now I'm working on zippers. Good God. Not zippers. What did she say she wants? Stickers. Stickers. She is the boss. I know, right? She keeps saying she's not, but I'm like, I beg to differ. Right, Linda? She is the boss. She sits here and says she's not the boss. I'm like, okay, sure. Oh, that turned out really good. So apparently we're doing this 12 bags in 12 hours thing. Not sure what day yet, but I'm coming in as her pinch hitter, clutch hitter. I don't know what she said. I'm pretty much just coming in there like 2 or 3 times just to relieve her, so she can, you know, have potty breaks and eat some food and stuff. So I was like, okay. Darn it. I cut too far on that one. Okay. It's okay. If I cut too far. Relief hitter. There you go. See? I knew you guys knew what it was. Oh, I'm so sorry, Luna. Am I disturbing your sleep? She just woke up and went to me. That's what it's called. Relief hitter. That's what I'm gonna be. Oh, thank God she moved. Oh, I can get back over here now. Whew. So I can be the relief hitter. Yep. That's what it is. It's cooled off too much now. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be the relief hitter. So we've got like a couple of times that I'll be in there doing stuff. I may or may not be sewing with her. I may just come in and be like, hey, look what I'm doing. I don't know yet. I think we've decided that it should be a Saturday my time and Sunday her time, because in that way her son is out of school and she doesn't have to worry about stopping to go get him. Even though I said, well, technically that's why you have a relief hitter. But I don't mind either way. How does she talk me into all this stuff? That's right, because she's the boss. That's why. How does she get me to do a lot of this stuff? Okay, so I think I'm going to do the black knife zipper pull on the inside. And I'm going to do the red zipper on the outside. Okay. That fancy tool that Tori has, I told her, I said, I think that, what's his name? Garth with Myth Leather Co. or something like that. That he had something like that too. At some point. And she's like, well, leave it to us Australians to be the last ones to have something. I was like, I wouldn't say the last, but you know, it's been around. Okay, that's not gonna work. I have to stand up and do it this way because I can't see my teeth. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty. I think next week when I go to my mother-in-law's house, I'm going to make myself a bunch of the cork. What are you up to now? What am I doing now? What? I'm sorry, Patty. I can't see that well. Give me a second. What are you and Tori up to now? Oh, okay. So apparently, during her live yesterday, someone mentioned something about her making I think it was her mom or something like that, like making her mom dresses, like making her 12 dresses or something like that. And then it became this whole thing of, well, 12 bags in 12 hours kind of thing. So Tori's like, all right, I'll get onto that. So she's like, will you be my pitch hitter or relief hitter or whatever? And I was like, sure. That way when she needs to go use the bathroom or whatever, I can snap on and sew something or just hang out with you guys for like 20 minutes or so for her to be able to, like, you know, just take care of business and do stuff. That's what we're up to. What day, we don't know yet. It might be this coming weekend, but I don't know yet. No, it's not this weekend, because this weekend she has the market, so it's probably next weekend. It'll probably be after the market. Yeah, it'll probably be next weekend. So I'll have time to prep. Because I will need time to prep if I'm going to be doing any type of sewing marathon with Tori. Yeah. I love how you're like, what are you guys up to now? I love it. It's like, you guys already know us. Y'all already know us. Always up to something. Hi, Jade! Oh my goodness. Jade! It has been forever and ever and ever since I have seen you. I want to make sure I wasn't cutting through my lining because I would cry. Hey, lady! I haven't seen you in forever. Or should I say I haven't heard from you in forever. Hope you're doing well. All good things, all good things. I know I'm on later than I'm used to, really. I have had a time change. My son's swim practice got changed up, so here we are. Later than normal. Luna, are you okay, baby? I'm sorry, am I disturbing you? Do you want to go upstairs? She just woke up and stretched and everything, looking at me like, lady, would you stop talking? Yeah, baby. Luna babies? You go outside? You wanna go outside? Yes? Okay, give me a second. She's such a prima donna. She did great on the trip down, though. Really, she did. Okay, babies. Come on. Okay. Pick up this stuff. I don't want her biting on any clips or anything. So, yeah. Me and the family are doing great. I went down and surprised my grandpa for his 75th birthday. So that was awesome. I'm trying to think if I should do another pocket. Like, this is like great for like an exterior pocket, but maybe should I do like a zipper pocket for the inside? I mean, for the outside, like, you know. Nah, I think it's enough. Yes, my grandpa turned 75 on this past Thursday. Yes, 75. And he was a little bummed at first because he really thought he was going to spend it by himself because he couldn't get clearance to fly back to Puerto Rico because he's been having health issues. So he was really like thinking he was going to spend it by himself. So my sister and I got together and we're like, okay, this is a big deal. You know what I mean? Not everybody turns 75. And so we got together and she found the place for us to go down in like Estero or whatever. But then maybe do one a back slip in the front with the zipper on the back. Yes, Luna, wait, give me a second. You're so needy. Go. I better not see you go in that kitchen. Okay, hold on, Patty. Let me see what I can read. Maybe do one on the back. Slip on the front with the zipper on the back. Oh yeah, he did love seeing us. He loved it. So my brothers couldn't make it because they were like, oh, we don't have the money to go. Blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, they live in Florida. They live 20 minutes from him. I'm not going to even get on that. I think I'm just going to assemble it because I want to have you guys see the whole process. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. The next one I'll do is a pocket. And then we'll see the difference. Yeah, I'm just like, oh. Yeah, so we did that. We did that for my grandpa. And you know, because he lost his wife, which was my grandmother, 2 years ago. And we lost my mom in February, and she's his only child. So he has family in Puerto Rico, like his brothers, you know, cousins and all that stuff, but he just wasn't able to make it to Puerto Rico because he wasn't cleared. So we got together. We made it happen. It was a trip, though, let me tell you. Woo, it was a long trip. It's like 14 hours. It was crazy. 14 hours is a long way to drive. I was only there for 2 days. I was only there for 2 days. All together, without the driving, you know? So it was worth it, though. It was worth it. It was worth it. But I couldn't do any of it without my husband. He's, like, amazing. He's the one who's like, okay, well, if it's that important, let's see how we can work it out. And it was literally last minute. You know, because his mom just turned 75 this past year. Yeah, his mom turned 75 this year. We did a big birthday and everything. And he was supposed to come for it. But then so was my mom. And he didn't want to come and do that by himself. So I was like, okay, I understand. We had fun. We went to this place called Ford's Garage. Ford's Garage. Apparently, there's a few of them in Florida, and there's a few of them in Florida, in different places, and it was nice. It was okay. So think about like vintage cars, like like an old time garage kind of thing, and you know, it has like all the decor stuff and everything's like garage themed. You know, it's just really cool. Like you have like half pieces of vintage cars hanging up and all that stuff. It was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah. You only turned 75 once. I know. My mother-in-law is 75. That one was not the one near Orlando. The one we went to, it was in Estero. Is the one where we went to. Estero, because Estero is the closest to Lehigh Acres. Because that's where my grandpa lives, is Lehigh. And that's where my brother and my sister live. And then Michael, the oldest brother, he lives in Cape Coral. So everybody else lives in Florida. I'm the only one that doesn't live in Florida. Okay. But it's okay. Alright, so I'm going to put it on... I'm trying to do... Okay, I'm trying to remember what I did last time. Because I did do some markings a little differently. I feel like I want to cut out like a skull or something. Is that too much? Is cutting out a skull right here too much? With some black vinyl, glow in the dark stitching. I don't think I have a picture of us or a stencil of a skull. You went to the one in New Orlando. It was fun, yeah. You love this skull idea, Orlando? I do too. I do too. Oh. All right, let me see if I can find a skull picture. Let me see if I could just find something on... She's like, no, do it. Okay. It's not a very basic skull. Nothing too crazy. Okay, you guys tell me. What do you think? I think it would look kind of cool. Let's do it. Let's see. Let me see what it looks like before I print it. Yeah, but it's gonna be way too big like that. I forget how to do this sometimes. Okay. Okay, let me send it to the printer and see if that works. I think it's gonna be too big. We'll see. If it's too big, then we'll figure it out. All right, let's see if that prints. So while that's printing, let's assemble the interior. Because, you know, we can't do anything. We can't do anything without having to be extra, right? I mean, we've got to be extra. That's the best way to do it. Okay. All right. Tori's rubbing off on me. She's such a bad influence. Oh, goodness. Poor Tori. Yes, Luna. She's coming back downstairs so she could tell me that it's time for her to go to bed and I need to get my ASS upstairs to put her to bed. That's really what she wants to tell me. Okay. Yeah, because I can't do this part before I do the zipper part. So I'm going to do the zipper part before I do this part. So I'll do my markings and I run upstairs and see if it printed on the printer. And you know the crazy part about it is, it's the lasers at my mother-in-law's house. Because I just didn't have room for it here. And so it's not like I could just whip it up on a Cricut or something. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, guys. Sorry. Okay, so it printed this big, and that's way too big. So then I had to figure it out because I've never messaged laugh out loud. What am I messaging? Or is that massage? I don't know. But this is the one. That's the right size for me. This was way too big. And I could never reduce the size anything before. So now I'm doing this one. Okay. So we're doing that one. Grabbing my paper scissors. Okay. Did you send me a message, Jade? Oh, night shift at MK. Mommy, no. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think I just want to cut it out and then trace it. There we go. Cut it out and trace it. Who knew this was going to be Arts and Crafts Day? Okay, almost. Doesn't have to be perfect, Sandra. You have to just kind of get the whole idea of the shape. This is some jagged stuff, but it's okay. Okay. Oop. Okay. Okay. You guys are not enablers at all. At 10:30 at night. My time. For some people, it's not quite so late. For some people, it is. Okay. And the crazy part is I gotta cut this out again. Out of vinyl. I'm gonna cut a mess out of these and my printer, my what you call it, my laser. At least these other pieces I can use my craft knife for. I can't use my craft knife with the paper because I'll dull my scissors. And then on it, I mean my craft knife piece, blade, whatever. Okay. I just got the notification saying that Lauren is on. I would watch her, but I need to finish my skull. Now that all of you guys have talked me into it, it's all your fault. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Okay, but I do need to let that dry for just a few minutes. Maybe not even dry. How about that? So I can set it. Luna, where did you get that paper plate? Come here. You know better. You know better. You're going to get in trouble. I need a piece of interfacing on the back of this because it's kind of flimsy. You're going to get in trouble. You know Daddy doesn't like you going into the kitchen. Hey. No, ma'am. No. You don't go in the kitchen. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's not coming off now. Okay. So I didn't want to go through all that work and then be like, ugh. Move over just a little bit, guys. Okay. Really? Why are you doing that? And she wonders why I take her to the groomer so much. And I just so happen to have my glow into the dark thread right there. I just have to switch it over. And I don't have to worry about doing the bobbin because the bobbin really doesn't matter. Because it's going to be on the other side. Obviously. Luna. Oh, that is amazing. Okay. Are you guys seeing this? Is this amazing or what? Ugh, I don't think that's going to work. I have to just use my little scissors for this part. Yeah, little scissors for the win. No. No, ma'am. You know better than going into the trash. Okay. Look at that, guys. I need a little bit more, and then I can stitch it onto the front piece. Awesome. Look at that, guys. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Okay. That's this piece. And then the rest of you can go up here. Okay, I think I like that placement. Luna, what are you doing, baby? Okay. All right. Let's put this velvet on. I'm not sure if anybody's saying anything because I haven't seen anything change since Jay said message laugh out loud. I don't know. Sometimes my chat gets stuck. All right, guys, what do you think? I'm just working with watching you. Okay, I'm just watching you. Okay, work. Okay, good. Does that look good? I think it looks good. All right, let me switch over to the glow in the dark. And this is going to be a labor of love for sure because stitching all of this is going to be like so tedious. Well, like you guys said, it's wonderful. It's gonna be epic. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start with the eyes. So hopefully it isn't so crazy. I'm like literally holding my breath. Oh, Tori, look what you got me doing. And yes, I blame Tori. Because why not? I am sewing and watching. Okay. This is nerve-wracking. But totally worth it. Oh, goodness. Okay. Watch out, boo-boo. I need to be right in front of my machine now. She's like laying down right there next to me again. Everybody's on pins and needles, right? What's that, Landy? Oh, Patty. In everyone's opinion, is okay to use 2 different shades of gold hardware. Yeah. Who's going to be looking that closely? Like, seriously. If they're looking that closely, you need to tell them they need to go somewhere and do something with their life. Sorry. I'm pretty candid at this time of night. Oh, goodness. I'm so scared. Yeah, Patty. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Like I said, nobody need to be looking that close. Like, unless it's some kind of competition or something that you're doing. Like, to get like a gold medal of some sort. Like, yeah, you're fine. Okay. Oh, that one didn't come through. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's still not coming through. Yeah, it'll be totally fine, Patty. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Look at that. I'm being a rebel. I'm not even tying my strings up. I did pull them to the back, but I'm not tying them. I'm going to burn them. There we go. All right, so the inside of the eyes are done. Oh, please, they're not going to notice. They're lucky they can get anything. I'm sorry, Patty. I'm not the best one tonight. I'm so sorry. Whew. Jay, don't jinx me yet, baby. This is just so... Whew. I'm like scared crapless right now. I didn't want those landing somewhere. This would be so much easier if I had a clear foot. I thought about that, Jade, but then I was like, we'd be here all night. And I have to get up at 6:30 in the morning to take my baby girl to college, to school. So we can't be here all night. But we are getting somewhere. Oh, we did it. Like every time I finish a live and I finish a bag, I run upstairs and I show my husband, but it is way too late for that tonight. It is way too late for that tonight. Okay, so I want to, just for GP, I'm just going to actually tie these. The eyes and nose, I mean, they're not going to go anywhere, but the face might. And I'll still burn it too, but. Yeah, I gotta get up early. Take baby girl to her in-person class at the college. Like, I was talking to my friend today, Nikki, at the swim practice, and I was telling her, I was like, Sierra is going to be going to college next year. Like, she's graduating as high school and graduating with an associate's degree at the community college in May. At the same time. Guys, look at that. That is freaking epic. That is epic. Oh, mind blown. Okay. Mic drop. Bam. Okay, so I'm gonna need to turn this back on because the zipper is crookeder than a politician. Yeah, and it glows. The stitching glows in the dark, and so does this part. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Now not to mess it up. Okay, you can turn off now. Alright, let me put my black thread back on. Yeah, she would say it's epic. She would. If I sent her a picture of this right now, that's exactly what she would say. Let me see. Where's my phone? Let me send it to her. What's I'm gonna do? Like, look what you're missing out on that you're not on my live. I like to mess with her. Let's see what she says. Okay. too funny. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? Why is it asking me to show comments? Of course you can show comments. Or freaking awesome. That's right. It's freaking awesome. It's Frankenstein. Epic. Okay. This girl is down here. Hold on. Let me try to make. Okay. Patty just made you a moderator for some reason. Some people's things are saying like show or hide. And I don't even know why, because nobody's saying anything inappropriate. But, and I don't have any trolls, because that's not me. She went, ooh, pretty. And she sent me a photo. Oh, she's putting the spiky rivet things on her handles that she just finished making today. Oh, someone topped. Freak. Okay, you're fine. Just making sure that it's letting you guys comment as necessary, because that makes absolutely no sense. Like, freak is not a bad word. She's a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaky. Unless you're Rick James. The later it gets, the crazier my comments are gonna get. That's all I have to say. I almost feel like texting Tori. My milk jugs are bigger than yours. This is the kind of stuff that I send her. Don't judge. Oops. This is what happens when I've been up since 7. But I love it. I'm going to remember that one. Yeah. Yeah, remember that. Okay, let me get one of my lining pieces. Hold on, okay. So this is how I'd make this different from Tori's, because hers, I don't know what she does with hers personally. I can understand her instructions. So I was like, okay. I looked at the picture. I was like, okay, I think this is how it has to be anyway. So let's just do it that way. Okay. Like different like lyrics to songs pop in my head during some really like not so appropriate timing. Sometimes my children are in the car, sometimes they're not. And the crazy part is like half the time I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. I need to make sure that I mark my start and stop points. Okay. All right. Back to serious business. Yes, I changed my thread. Thank you. I changed it back to black. Back to black. That's another song. Okay. Go away. That's epic. Oh, look at that. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to sew this down till right about there. I'm going to sew. Yeah. Because I remember that now. But I do that with this sticking in here. So that is nice and pretty. Pretty. Okay. All right, and then this goes. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, and then go like that. Oh yes. Okay. And then you see how nice Those curves are right there. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to top stitch, but just where the zipper is. I'm not top stitching down here. I'm just going to be right before the zipper and after the zipper. Just makes it easier to do that portion now than it is for me to try to do that later. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. Now, once you put this together, then you can take it apart, which I highly recommend, because if not, it's going to be very hard to do the next part. Just saying. And I do this to match my zipper ends together later. Okay, and then this is what I like to do. Take that apart. Ooh. It's 11:15. I need to go to bed. Like, that wasn't right. My mind went like, huh? Luna's hiding behind the curtain. So she's like, all right, enough's enough. I need to go to bed. You need to go to bed, baby girl. I'm sorry. Okay. So now that we've done that, now we can do our individual pieces that are going to go together. So what that means is this lining can go on this lining. Okay, so I remember this now. Oh, you bound it? Yeah, I'm sure that was, I did this differently the last time. I don't know where it was me. Ah, here it is. Okay, I knew I had it. I did mine just a little differently so I wouldn't have to bind it. I'm turning it. As much as I love bound bags, sometimes I don't. And like I said, I didn't listen to anything Tori said in her instructions. Because she's not the boss of me. Shh, don't tell her that. Once I get the one side done, it just falls into place from there. I just have to make sure both of these sides are even. That one's too high. Be a good girl, you always have to be. Yep, that's your statement. Okay, good. Conceal. Do you feel? Everyone will know. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to finish this bag on a different live because it's getting late. And my poor husband is probably upstairs like, what is this woman doing? That, and I think I'm gonna run out of bobbin soon. So there's that. Oh, look how pretty that is. Come on now. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Okay. The other side. Match, match. Match, match. get really quiet when I concentrate. Sorry. Okay. I keep dropping everything. I know, because it's late. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. Okay, so you see, and then what happens is through here, when we do our top stitching, it just catches that. Okay, so now, what I did was mark where it starts and finishes on each side. So then that way when I am clipping, I know where to start and stop. Somebody's messaging me. I wonder who it can be. Good thing about it is that this particular vinyl at the bottom is nice and pliable. So that means is I can ease it into that curve without doing any snipping, which is perfect. Okay. Okie dokie, Linda. Thank you for sticking around as long as you did. Okay, and then this one goes to this one. Appreciate it. Love the conversations, chit chats, and suggestions. Because that was awesome putting that skull on there. Oh, yeah. That's really gonna make it. Mm-hmm. It's like perfect, darling. Perfect. Okay. Once I've got all of the little clippy clips where I need them to be, pretty much gets together really fast. Okay. Clip my corner, clip my curves. Okay. Yeah, might as well do it for the lining too. Oops, wrong one. It's like that was the wrong one. I did notice that on this one, I didn't do the seam allowance bigger for the lining like I did with the last one. It slipped my mind. That's okay. It was only like 1/8 of an inch difference before. Good night, Patty. Oh, good night. You're saying good night to Linda. Okay, Patty. But you were thinking. Luna just heard good night and she's like, what? Okay. That's open. So I pull the extra out through here. Push. Push, 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 push. Oh, Oh yeah, that turned out really good. I'm going to be making a lot more of these Floozies. It's just the right size. Like, it's not too big of a bag, you know? And really, without all that crazy stuff that I started doing there towards the end, I would have been done. Like, I don't know. Maybe 30, 40 minutes ago? I don't know. I mean, without all that crazy stuff, you know, what do you have? Just a rolling bag. All right, so right in here, right, so here, you tuck. So you tuck that right in there, and then you clip. There we go. And this one, same thing, tuck, tuck. Just like that. And these two lining up together isn't as big of a deal because we're going to be using the connector to hide that. Now, Patty, I'm sure yours turned out so much better than mine because it was bound. I'll probably try that on the next one. Now, right in here, I can put the connector to go in between there or over it. This one, I might just put it in between since it's already nice and finished off. It's like every one I do something a little different and makes it just a little bit better. Oh my goodness, guys, this turned out beautiful. All right, let me just put the zipper pull on and then we can run, like literally, because I know it's late. It's almost 12 o'clock at night, and I know Luna is like beside herself, tired of hearing me. You know, like, I don't tell her to come down here. She comes wherever I am, so I can't blame her. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh, it's still gonna need some toy squishing, but look at that. That is amazing. Put that right there. So you guys can take it all in. Yep, we did that. Yep. Jade, you, Patty, Melissa, myself, anybody else who was on, Landa, we all did this together. Love that? I love it too. Okay, so I'll finish the top stitch, put on my zipper end, and attach the D-ring connectors tomorrow. And I will do my best Please remind me if I forget to post pictures of this final beautiful bag because it is very much picture worthy. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I am going to head to bed. Luda needs to go to bed, and I need to get up early in the morning. All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye. Luna, you ready for sleepy time, babies? Yeah, you ready for sleepy times.